Have you ever wondered, what if the greatest danger in life is not ignorance, but knowing yourself too well? Carl Jung once warned that when you stare too deeply into your own soul, you risk losing the very self you are trying to find. Think about it. Modern culture tells us every day to find yourself, discover who you are, look within. But what if this endless search for the self leads not to freedom, but to paralysis, isolation, and even despair? Before we dive into Jung's haunting insights, subscribe to Mind Spark Show. Here, we uncover the hidden psychology behind life's biggest questions. If you want to understand yourself and the world in a deeper way, hit subscribe, like this video, and let's begin. Jung was not against self-knowledge. In fact, his entire psychology is about individuation, the process of becoming whole. But Jung understood something dangerous. Too much light blinds the eyes. Too much introspection can trap you inside your own mind. He once wrote, "Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes." But he also implied, if you look inside without balance, you may drown in your own depths. Imagine someone who constantly analyzes every thought, every feeling. At first it seems like wisdom, but soon they no longer trust their own instincts. Every relationship feels like a puzzle to decode. Every conversation becomes a mirror reflecting hidden motives. The result is isolation. When you are lost in the labyrinth of your own psyche, you forget how to simply live. Jung saw this in patients who could not escape their inner world. He compared it to wandering endlessly in the forest of the unconscious, never finding a way out. Think about social media, endless personality tests, shadow work challenges, spiritual quizzes. We go deeper and deeper into labels until we feel more classified than alive. Jung's most famous idea is the shadow, the dark, hidden parts of ourselves. He taught that confronting the shadow is essential for growth. But here's the danger. If you stare into the shadow too long, it stares back. A man in therapy once became obsessed with every dark thought he had. Instead of integrating his shadow, he began to identify with it. He started believing, "I am only darkness." His self-knowledge turned into self-destruction. Jung warned, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. But making darkness conscious doesn't mean living inside it forever. Look at how often people today over-identify with their trauma. Instead of healing, they wear pain as their only identity. Too much self-knowledge creates what psychologists now call analysis paralysis. You want to make a decision, but every option spirals into endless self-questioning. Am I choosing this because of childhood wounds, or because of my ego, or because of my shadow? The result is no decision at all. Life slips away while you're busy diagnosing yourself. Jung believed action was as important as reflection. He said, "You are what you do, not what you say you'll do." Self-knowledge without action is like reading a map forever, but never taking the journey. So what is the solution? Jung did not say, "Stop looking within." Instead, he taught, "Learn to live in balance." Dreams. Jung encouraged exploring dreams, but not obsessively. Dreams are guides, not dictators. Shadow work. Accept your darkness, but don't let it define you. And above all, action. Balance reflection with engagement. Go live, create, struggle, fail, then reflect. He compared the psyche to a river. If you dam it with too much control, it floods. If you let it flow freely, it nourishes life. Why does this matter now more than ever? Because today we are drowning in self-help content, therapy language, and endless introspection. The internet has made us experts in naming every syndrome, every archetype, every trauma. But Jung would ask, what are you doing with this knowledge? If knowledge doesn't transform into action, it becomes poison. Let me leave you with a powerful image. Imagine standing in front of a mirror that shows not your face, but your entire soul. At first, it's fascinating. You lean closer, staring into every detail. But the longer you stare, the less you recognize yourself. Finally, you realize you are trapped in the mirror, unable to step back into life. That is the danger of knowing yourself too deeply. Carl Jung gave us tools to explore the unconscious, but he also warned, the goal is not to dissect the self endlessly. The goal is to become whole, to live, to love, to act, to embrace both light and shadow, without being swallowed by either. So ask yourself, are you using self-knowledge to grow, or are you hiding inside it, afraid to live? If this video sparked something in you, leave a comment below. Have you ever felt trapped by your own self-analysis? I'd love to read your story. And remember, awareness is the only path to growth. So hit like, subscribe to Mind Spark Show, and join us for more explorations into the mind's hidden truths.